Okay, let's talk about the next big thing in business software. Forget about simple automation, because we're taking a huge leap forward into the world of AI agents. And no, this isn't just another tool that checks off a list. We're talking about a genuine digital teammate, one that actually thinks, learns, and helps your team get things done.
So just think about this for a second. What if your business software, your CRM, your finance tools, wasn't just a passive program waiting for you to click buttons? What if it had a smart assistant built right in? You know, one that you could just talk to, that can handle complex tasks all on its own, basically a new member of your team. That's the powerful idea we're diving into today.
So what exactly is an AI agent? Let's just cut through all the tech jargon. The absolute easiest way to think about it is, well, it's a digital teammate. It's this intelligent assistant that lives right inside your software, ready to jump in, take on tasks, find information, and just make your workflow smoother.
Okay, so how does this digital teammate actually think? Well, it really just boils down to two main things. First, you've got topics. Think of this as its to-do list or its job description. It tells the agent what it's supposed to do. And then you have the tools. These are its actual skills, the actions it can perform, like creating a sales lead or shooting off an email.
But here's where it gets really, really smart. This is not just some pre-programmed robot. The agent is actively learning from your own company's knowledge base. It can actually read your internal documents, your PDFs, and even your web links to find the right information for any task. It's a technique called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, and it basically means the AI's actions are always based on real, up-to-date company info.
So how does a simple request actually become a finished task? It's a pretty straightforward four-step process. It all starts with you, your prompt. You say something like, create an invoice for this client. Then the agent gets to work, retrieving all the necessary info, like the client's details and what they ordered. After that, it uses its tools to execute the action. And finally, it gets back to you and says, all done. It's a super simple, powerful, and totally transparent way of working.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's talk about how this digital teammate actually helps in the real world. Take sales, for instance. Imagine an agent that can instantly whip up a customized sales proposal or draft that perfect follow-up email in seconds. By handling all that time-consuming admin work, it lets your sales team focus on what they do best, building relationships and, actually closing deals.
Now, for customer support, this is a total game changer. The AI can act as your tireless frontline assistant. It's on the job 24/7, giving instant answers to common questions so your customers always feel taken care of. But what's really crucial is that it's also smart enough to know when a problem needs a human touch, so it can seamlessly pass the more complex issues over to your team.
And what about finance, where every single detail has to be perfect? This is where an AI agent can really shine. It can automate those super tedious, error-prone tasks like reconciling bank statements or spotting a duplicate invoice. And that doesn't just save a ton of time, it seriously cuts down on the risk of those costly little human errors. And the amazing thing is, its skills stretch across the whole business. It's not just siloed in one department. For HR, it can help onboard new hires by answering all those initial questions they have. And over in the warehouse, it can keep a constant eye on inventory and even suggest when it's time to reorder, helping you avoid running out of stock.
So, when you add all of this up, what's the real impact? Well, the most obvious one is a huge boost in productivity. I mean, when you can hand off all the routine, repetitive stuff to an AI, your team is finally free to focus on the bigger picture, the strategic work that actually pushes the business forward.
And that extra productivity goes hand in hand with way better accuracy. An AI agent doesn't get tired, it doesn't make typos when it's entering data, it just does the task correctly, every single time. And that builds a much more reliable foundation for your whole operation.
So when you combine that efficiency with near-perfect accuracy, you know what you get? Yep, major cost savings. When your most time-consuming jobs are automated, your operational costs just naturally go down. You can get more done with the same team, which is huge for scaling your business. And at the end of the day, all of these benefits, the productivity, the accuracy, the savings, they all circle back to creating a better experience for your customers. Whether it's getting an instant answer to their question or a faster, error-free invoice, all that internal efficiency makes your company look and feel that much more professional. As one source put it perfectly, this is a powerful way to not only automate your operations, but also to make smarter decisions. It's not just about doing things faster. It's about building a fundamentally smarter, more efficient business from the inside out. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. When you consider your own daily grind, all the tasks you have to do, what's the very first thing you'd hand over to your new digital teammate? Just imagine what that could unlock for you and your business. Thanks for tuning in.